Hello everyone, this is Tim, and this is going to be a late video response to Sean Connors and Jenny, the Rogue DM, who had done some videos on confidence, confidence of being a game master, how to improve on this. And the thing in my life is that I'm not a very confident person. This is some aspect of my own self that I've been trying to work on. I've been going to some couple therapy with the wife, and that's actually helped me, on a couple different levels. So I've been pretty introspective lately, trying to figure out some of the things that I do that my father does, and things that I've learned from my parents that I'd like to try to get away from. Like I can be passive aggressive, and I have a lot of anger that I deal with, but as far as confidence goes, I think that it's all sort of mixed in there, and I need to work on that. So some of the things that they talked about in their videos, just go on, look at it here. How you should go about trying to build some more confidence. They talked about having confidence like a child. That you start out confident. You're not afraid of anything. You're bold. You try things without worrying too much about what other people think of you. When you get older, this sort of gets eroded away, and I can see that. Trying to have the mind of a child, I think is a good way to start to try to do this. To worry less about how people take you, how they maybe judge your actions. Because I think when you're a child, you don't really worry too much about that. You just go for it. You're more direct. Again, with that passiveness that I have, a lot of times I won't ask what I want, or I won't state something just as a matter of fact thing. So, that's something that I think I can work on. And, this goes to, this is for GMing, but it's also just for life for me. They talk about once a year going over your strengths and weaknesses and seeing where you've improved and where you would like to improve. So it kind of feels like a little self-helpy, but I guess that's what I'm actually doing. Uh, like practice on the areas that you're weak. And I think that role-playing games are actually a very good venue to do this, to try to role-play a character that's more direct. I did this in the Song of Ice and Fire games, where I played a character was kind of like Frank Underwood from oh geez, I can't think of the I can't think of the TV show right now. Um, yeah. Just I tried to pick bold characters. Oh, Houses of Cards. House of Cards. That's the name of the TV show. But I tried to pick characters that were bold and weren't afraid to take what they wanted. And I think that helped me build up my confidence a little bit. So playing NPCs that are more confident, playing characters that are more confident, I think is a good way to practice these things in the game. And then when you're outside in real life, you can sort of role play that aspect, and eventually it'll become a part of you. And I think I've seen that in my life. I am more confident. I still have a long way to go, I think, but it's definitely helped me. Another thing that they said was expect success. Um, when you get successes, they are self-perpetuating. They build on one another. So just try to expect that for yourself. Don't cut yourself down, because other people are going to cut you down too. So why are you trying to help them? You should be trying to help yourself. Try to be the best that you can, but do so in a positive way. Don't beat yourself up. And oh man, I get out the crowbar and I just start wailing on myself sometimes, as you can probably tell from my personality. I'm very self-deprecating. I beat myself up a lot, and you should see the things I tell myself in here. They're not very pretty. But confidence comes from success, so work very hard to get those successes, and then they'll just, hopefully just kind of snowball into more success. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do. Another thing they were talking about, Sean and Jenny, was trust in your capabilities. Uh, Pick those strengths that you have and really focus in on them. Try to even get it, better at those. They're there for you when you're in a clutch, when you can depend on them. Um, Especially as a GM, you'll probably know what you're good at, but maybe not. Maybe you need to do a little bit of self-evaluation here and just think about past campaigns and one-shots that you've ran. Look at the things that you didn't do so well on, but don't beat yourself up for those because you've gained valuable experience because of those failures. You've gained some gaming wisdom. You can look back on those things and think, well, at least this campaign isn't like those ones. I'm doing better. So those positive things that you tell yourself can motivate you to do better in the future. You trust those skills to sort of get you out of trouble, to problem solve during a game. And I think the more gaming you do, the better you'll be. And this kind of goes for real life too. Uh, know what you're good at, try to improve upon what you're not so great at, and hopefully it'll help you out. Another thing I said is embrace the unknown. Don't be afraid to experiment. You're going to learn things from new experiences. Um, like I was talking about in a recent video, just try new house rules, new settings, new genres. Um, See what they're like. See how those experiences change you for future campaigns. Prepare, but then if you're not prepared, pretend like you're prepared. Use a little bit of illusion here. I think pretending to be confident, role playing being confident helps out probably more than like even I would expect. Sometimes I think I'm a little bit in doubt that this is going to work, but I've talked to people after like, oh yeah, you seem confident. You seem like you knew what you were talking about. Oh, you didn't? You're like, oh, maybe I should have told you. But so yeah, it seems to work. I've been trying this out, and it's been going well for me. Things like improving. If you're not great at that, just put yourself in the hot chair and make yourself do it. If you find yourself like hitting a brick wall, take a break, take a little walk. Say you have to go to the bathroom, go out for a smoke if you're a smoker, and don't overreact when those moments crop up. I know some GMs can get very anxious. I think sometimes I get anxious. At least I used to, at least more. But try not to let those things that stump you get under your skin. Look at them for what they are. It's a speed bump. It's something that, with a little bit of thinking, you can get around. It's not a big deal. It's not, it's not a horrible situation. You'll be fine. Put on that mask of self-assurance and get through it. And I think after doing this a lot, it will become second nature to you. And I think for me, it's starting to become more, it feels like more of who I am instead of me, being, role playing somebody else who is confident. Take risks, have big goals. You can do this in a campaign and in life. The more you do this, the easier tasks get. Lack of confidence breeds more problems. So, again, confidence is things that you have and you need to work on. But I think that this has helped me. Learn to receive praise, no matter how minor it is. Don't brush it away. Take it at face value. Don't, always put those little negative things in there like, oh, you didn't mean that. So yeah, take compliments. You probably deserve it, and don't tell yourself that you don't deserve it. Embrace it. Let it build you up. Let it, you know, give you some buoyancy on the storms of life. The storms of a campaign and how that goes as you run it. Um, yeah. So practice confidence. Be bold. Have big goals, and I think you're going to be very successful. If you are a new GM, it's probably hard to have this amount of confidence. But, you know, life is hard, and if you don't work at it, it's not going to get any easier. So, uh, do the best you can. I'd love to hear about anybody out there that has confidence issues, how that's been for you, what you have done to increase your confidence at the table or in real life. You know, I'd love to hear those things. Feel free to make a video response to Jenny or Sean Connors or to myself, whoever you feel closer to, whatever. We all like video responses. All right, thanks.